Okay, once again, welcome to all of you. In our first topic, rotational dynamics, we have studied different types of definitions like definition of circular motion, definition of uniform circular motion, then their examples, characteristics of circular motion, then analogy between different equations. Then after we have to study kinematical equations. There are total three kinematical equations in linear and in rotational. First, second, third will be given there. Then some relations are also given there. There are directions of the angular displacement, velocity and acceleration are also given by the right hand rule. All this part is already to be studied. Here we have to study the difference between UCM and non-UCM also. At the same time, we have studied different types of forces such as the real force, pseudo force. At the same time, we have to study two more definitions, that is the centripetal force and the centrifugal force. Their definitions, their mathematical formulae, and their diagrams, their examples are also given there. Then we have to study the distinguish between centripetal force and the centrifugal force. After that, the most important part is the applications of uniform circular motion. There are total 4 applications. Out of that 4 applications, first application is maximum possible speed of the vehicle moving along the horizontal unbanked curved road. Here we have to study that the vehicle is moving along the horizontal curved road. The various forces acting on the vehicle are its weight mg acting vertically downward and the normal reaction which balances the weight. That is our equation number 1, n is equal to mg. Equation number 2, frictional force, same time there, that frictional force Fs will provide the necessary centripetal force. So if we solve this, our equation for the maximum safety speed becomes Vmax is equal to under root मध्ये mu s rg. All this part is already studied there. In this equation, mu s is the coefficient of static friction. After that, this is the first application of uniform circular motion. Our second application of uniform circular motion is that the minimum safety speed of a vehicle in a well of death. This is the well of death. In that well of death, the vehicle is moving with velocity v. Here also various forces acting on the vehicle are its weight mg, frictional force Fs, at the same time normal reaction, and that normal reaction will equal to the centripetal force. So equation number 1 becomes n is equal to mv square by r. Second equation is mg is equal to Fs. If we solve this, in this case also we get the v minimum is equal to under root rg by mu s. So this is about the second application of uniform circular motion. First application is the maximum speed on the horizontal curved road. Second application is the minimum safety speed in the well of death. Now in case of third application, maximum safety speed of the vehicle along the banked curved road. This is already studied. In this equation we have studied banking of road. Banking roadचं meaning आपण घेतलेलं आहे ॲट द टर्न आउटर एज ऑफ द रोड इज रेज्ड अबव द इनर एज विथ अ सुटेबल अँगल. इट्स नेसेसिटी इज ऑल्सो स्टडीड अँड द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर द maximum possible speed is also given here. Expression for the maximum safety speed and the angle of banking for a vehicle moving along the banked curved road. Here this is the horizontal level, this is the road surface, this one is the this is the horizontal level, this is the road surface, this is the vehicle with center of gravity. The different types of forces acting on the vehicle are its weight mg acting vertically downward, a normal reaction perpendicular to the road surface. This normal reaction is resolved into two components. One is the n cos theta vertically upward, another is the n sin theta in the horizontal direction. Its mathematical part is also like this. The weight mg is balanced by the normal n cos theta. That means our first equation and second equation is here n sin theta, which provides the necessary centripetal force. That means equation first becomes n sin theta is equal to mv square by r. Second equation n cos theta is equal to mg. If we solve this by mathematically, we get the minimum maximum speed. Vs is equal to under root मध्ये rg tan theta. Here also Angle of banking is to be determined, tan theta is equal to v square by rg. Therefore theta is equal to tan inverse v square by rg. So all the three applications are up to point is studied. In the third application, our next part, in case of third application, we have to discuss the expression for the lower and upper speed limit for a vehicle moving along the banked road. Now in this case, firstly we have to find out the lower speed of the vehicle. Here also same diagram: horizontal surface, road surface, vehicle, center of gravity. From the center of gravity, the various forces acting on the vehicle are: it's a weight mg acting vertically downward, and the normal reaction perpendicular to the road surface. This normal reaction here also resolved into two components, n cos theta and the n sin theta. N cos theta, n sin theta. Now the theory part of this article is like this. Suppose that the vehicle having mass m is moving exactly with the speed vs is equal to under root rg tan theta. In this case, the forces acting on the vehicle are: number one, its weight mg acting vertically downward, and the normal reaction n acting perpendicular to the road surface. But in practice, a vehicle never travels exactly with this speed. Hence, for the speeds other than this, the component of force of static friction helps us to certain limit. Thus, for the speeds v1 less than rg tan theta, the component n sin theta is greater than the centrifugal force. Now, our centrifugal force is m v1 square by r, and the component of n cos n sin theta. Therefore, the mathematical part becomes m v1 square by r less than the n sin theta. In this case, fs cos theta and n sin theta are parallel and opposite to each other and provides the centripetal force. That means the our equation becomes m v1 square by r is equal to n sin theta minus fs cos theta. Fs cos theta. In this case, the centrifugal force is equal to n sin theta minus fs cos theta. The component n cos theta and f sin theta balances the weight mg. That means second equation becomes mg is equal to n cos theta plus fs sin theta. जर आपण सॉल्व केलं तर सॉल्व करून आपल्याला जे इक्वेशन मिळणार आहे मिनिमम स्पीडचं, दॅट इज द व्ही मिनिमम इज इक्वल टू अंडर रूटमध्ये आर जी इन ब्रॅकेट टॅन थिटा मायनस म्यू एस अपॉन 1 प्लस म्यू एस टॅन थिटा. So this is about the lower speed limit of the vehicle along the banked curved road. Same way, secondly we have to find out the upper speed limit of the vehicle. Now in case of upper speed limit, same way, horizontal surface, this is the road surface, vehicle, center of gravity, different types of forces, that is the weight mg acting vertical downward, normal reaction perpendicular to the road surface. Suppose that the vehicle having mass m is moving with the speed v2 greater than under root rg tan theta. In this case, the component n sin theta is less than the centrifugal force, that is the m v2 square by r. That means equation becomes m v2 square by r greater than n sin theta. Here the component fs cos theta is parallel to n sin theta, which provides the necessary centripetal force. That means we can write the centrifugal force m v2 square by r is equal to n sin theta plus fs cos theta. This is the n sin theta, this is the f cos theta, both are in the same direction, that means they add to each other. So this is our the first equation. Now the vertical component n cos theta balances the component fs sin theta and the weight mg. This is the vertical component n cos theta which balances the weight mg as well as the fs sin theta. So our second equation becomes n cos theta is equal to fs sin theta plus mg. From this equation, mg becomes n cos theta minus fs sin theta. Now its mathematical part, on solving we get the maximum possible speed becomes v max is equal to under root मध्ये rg in bracket tan theta plus mu s 1 minus mu s tan theta. If mu s is equal to 0, that is the coefficient of static friction 0, then the v minimum and v max gives us vs is equal to under root rg tan theta. That means in this equation, if we put mu s 0, then our final equation becomes vs is equal to rg tan theta. So this is about the third application of the uniform circular motion. Now our fourth application is the conical pendulum. So before studying the conical pendulum, we must know the meaning of the pendulum. Already we have studied in the last standards meaning of pendulum. Pendulum is nothing but heavy point mass suspended by the weightless inextensible string. Okay. So the definition is here given. A tiny mass, that is the point mass, called object bob, connected to the long flexible massless inextensible string and suspended in a to a rigid support is called a pendulum. This is a regular definition of the pendulum. Now from the pendulum we have to second definition, simple pendulum. Same definition, a tiny mass, that is the bob, connected to a long flexible massless inextensible string and suspended to a rigid support is made to oscillate in a single vertical plane is called as the simple pendulum. Now third definition is the conical pendulum. Now our conical pendulum is nothing but simple pendulum. म्हणजे कोनिकल पेंडुलम आणि सिंपल पेंडुलममध्ये थोडासाच फरक आहे. सिंपल पेंडुलममध्ये आपण काय सांगितलं, असा एक पॉईंट मास घ्यायचा आहे की ज्याचा आकार कमी असणार आहे आणि वजन जास्त असणार आहे आणि तो टांगून ठेवायचा आहे वेटलेस स्ट्रिंगनं. यामध्ये कोनिकल पेंडुलमचे डेफिनेशन देत असताना हा जो बॉब आहे, हा बॉब हॉरिझॉन्टल सर्कल परफॉर्म करणार आहे, पण हा जो काय दोरा आहे, स्ट्रिंग आहे, तो काय करणार आहे, व्हर्टिकलला कोन तयार करणार आहे. याची डेफिनेशन परत दिलेले आहे पहा. अ टायनी मास बॉब connected to a long flexible massless inextensible string and suspended to a rigid support which revolves in such a way that the string moves along the surface of a right circular cone of vertical axis and the bob performs uniform horizontal circular motion. Such a system is called as the conical pendulum. Now after this the definition of conical pendulum, we have to give the expression for the period of the conical pendulum. So once again see the meaning of this. Suppose we consider the inertial frame of reference. This is the rigid support. This will be the vertical axis. This is the motion of the bob. Suppose the bob moving in the anti-clockwise sense. This is the length of the string. Suppose it is L. This is the angle theta. Look first of all the two diagrams here. Expression for the period of the conical pendulum. Now there are total two figures for this. First of all, in a inertial frame and in a non-inertial frame of reference. This is the rigid support. This is the bob which moves in the anti-clockwise sense. The various forces acting on the bob are its weight mg acting vertically downward and the tension T0 in the string. Now this tension T0 is resolved into two components by trigonometry. Vertical component is T0 cos theta and the horizontal component is T sin theta. This is in case of the inertial frame of reference. If we consider non-inertial frame of reference, then here we have to consider the centrifugal force. Same diagram, no any change. This is the rigid support, length of the string. This is the bob, its weight acting vertically downward, that is the mg. And the T0 is the tension in the string which resolved into two components by trigonometry, T0 cos theta, T0 sin theta. At the same time the centrifugal force acting on this bob is a mr omega square. Now see the theory part of this article. Suppose that the bob having mass m is suspended from the rigid support A with a string having length L. Here theta is the angle made by the string with the vertical at any position, that is the semi-vertical angle of the cone. Now see the mathematical part. Now in case of the mathematical part, the various forces acting on the bob are the different types of forces. That is, first of all, it's a weight mg acting vertically downward. Now once again look the figure. This is the bob. The weight mg of this bob is acting vertically downward and the tension T0 in the string. That tension T0 is resolved into two components. First of all, vertical component, that is the T0 cos theta, and the horizontal component, that is the T0 sin theta. So here it is given, it's a weight mg acting vertically downward. the tension T0 in the string directed towards the support A. Okay, here tension T0 is resolved into two components. आता टेन्शन T0 हे दोन कंपोनंटमध्ये विभागलेलं आहे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, that is the first component T0 cos theta. It is vertical component, that is vertically upward direction. Second one is the T0 sin theta. It is in the horizontal direction, that is a horizontal component. Now from figure, the vertical component n cos theta, sorry, T0 cos theta, vertical component T0 cos theta will balances the weight mg. That means our equation becomes mg is equal to T0 cos theta. At the same time, the horizontal component, that is a T0 sin theta, will provides the necessary centripetal force for the circular motion. But centrifugal force is given here mr omega square. That means centripetal force mr omega square is equal to T0 sin theta. On dividing equation second by equation 1, now see the mathematical part of this equation. First equation, that is the weight is equal to T0 cos theta. Second equation, centripetal force is equal to T0 sin theta. This equation second, this equation first. On dividing equation second by equation 1, we get mr omega square by mg is equal to T0 sin theta by T0 cos theta. Mass gets cancelled, that r omega square by g is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Therefore omega square, this r goes to this side and g goes to the upper side. Omega square is equal to g sin theta by r cos theta. Now from figure, if you see the figure for this and use the trigonometry, this is the angle theta, this is the front side, this is the hypotenuse. That is sin theta becomes front side upon hypotenuse. That is the sin theta is equal to r by l. So from this equation we get r is equal to L sin theta. Now if we put the value of r in the above equation, we get omega square is equal to g sin theta by L sin theta into cos theta. That means sin theta gets cancelled. Therefore equation becomes omega square is equal to g by L cos theta. From this equation we get omega is equal to under root मध्ये g by L cos theta. But we know the definition of omega, that is the angular speed, and angular velocity is nothing but 2 pi upon t. So if we put the value of omega in the above equation, we get 2 pi upon t is equal to under root मध्ये g by L sin theta. आता रिव्हर्स जर आपण केलं तर वरती टी घेतलं आहे, 2 पाय खालती येणार आहे स्क्वेअर रूटमध्ये एल कॉस थीटा बाय जी. सो फायनली वी गेट टी इज इक्वल टू 2 पाय अंडर रूटमध्ये एल कॉस थीटा बाय जी. दिस इज द इक्वेशन फॉर द पिरियड ऑफ द बॉब. At the same time, we have to find out the frequency of the bob. Now frequency of the bob is nothing but a reciprocal of the time period. That means n is equal to 1 upon reciprocal of this time period equation, that is 1 upon 2 pi under root मध्ये g by L cos theta. So this is about the fourth application of the uniform circular motion. So once again, look all of you here in this topic rotational dynamics. Firstly, we have to study meaning of circular motion, meaning of uniform circular motion, then kinematical equations, then the different types of forces, that is the real force, pseudo force. Most important is the centripetal force, centrifugal force, and after that the applications of the uniform circular motion. Our first application, that is the maximum speed of the vehicle on the horizontal curved road. Second application is the minimum safety speed of the vehicle in the well of death. And third application is the maximum safety speed of the vehicle along the banked curved road. And last application, that is the conical pendulum. So up to this point we have studied these different articles. Okay.